Hello, everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm here at Redeemed by Grace Ranch. We are a show longhorn family, and I wanted to bring tips and tricks and advice for all of those who are thinking about getting into showing longhorns. We're not new to cattle, but we are fairly new to longhorns. We are entering our third year. We showed dairy for 4 years before that, and then we've had cows for years and years. So, and we've always handled our cows. So, hopefully, our anything that I say or that our family says here can help somebody. So, I want to talk about today about buying your first show longhorn. I've got kind of 3 things that we look for when buying our longhorns, and if you've shown cattle before, these may be in a different order, so take it for what it's worth. So my number 1 thing to look for is demeanor. I don't know, you have to ask sister. My number 1 thing that we look for is demeanor. It will be a lot easier if you get an animal, a steer, a heifer, a bull for that matter, that is chill. Longhorns are pretty calm and docile by nature, so for the most part you shouldn't have any problems with this, but sometimes they do get a little there's some that are more difficult than others. How do you know that? Well, you can look at mom and dad. Fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, so if mom and dad are pretty calm, then baby's going to be pretty calm also. The other thing is if they've actually been handled. So some calves, and I'm talking to you saying that you're going to buy something that's less than a year old. When you get into 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, things look a little bit different. But if you're buying a calf who has been shown next to mama in the show ring, they're already halter broke, they've already used to being around people, so that is a pretty bomb-proof way of getting into your first show longhorn. That's not always the case, and that's not always how it works. So if you're buying from a breeder who's maybe not in the show world, you want to buy from a breeder who's out there with their cattle on a regular basis. Who's on with their cattle on a regular basis. We have a breeder that we love to buy from, and they're out there all the time beating the calves out of their hands and petting the calves and petting the mamas. And so when we get the calves, once they're weaned, they're fairly used to being around people, and they're not absolutely terrified of us. It's made for a much more calm halter breaking experience when they're not completely scared of us. The second thing is something that I absolutely love. Doug and Deb Burkham from Red Star Ranch out in Dike, Texas told us this once, and I thought it just stuck with me. You want to like what you see in your pasture every day. Judges are going to love your cows and judges are going to hate your cows. The same judge can love your cow one weekend and hate your cow the next weekend. But if you don't like what you see every day in your pasture, then it's not the one for you. If you like twisty horns, get twisty horns. If you like black and whites, get black and whites. But every day when you walk outside and you go to feed or water or practice, you want to enjoy what you're looking at. So that's number 2, and that's always stuck to me. So whenever my kids, young kids, go to pick out any new animals, I tell them to get the one they want, get the one they like. And most of the time it's a color thing, and that's totally fine. You can breed good genetics into anything. So, and number 3, and I say this is number 3, is good show genetics. Now, I know that it's competition, so winning is very important, because if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be a competition. However, I do place show genetics at number 3. So why? Well, how do you look for show genetics? We'll go to a longhorn show. TLBAA and ITLA are the 2 major associations, and they've got their shows listed on their website. And go check out a show. Talk to the breeders, because the ones that are there are the ones that are breeding for the show ring. So look at, if you're wanting show genetics, that's where you need to find them.
Sophie has 6 months.
Okay. And then sometimes, you can say hi? Sometimes you can find an animal with really good show genetics that's not bred by a show family. So another farm that we buy from, we've had several winners from their ranch, and none of their cows are ever in the show ring. So show genetics would be number 3. So I hope this helps anybody and who's looking into getting show longhorns. We'll be interviewing my kids here and there. That way they can share with you straight from them on how showing goes and how they halter break and feed and things like that. I don't show, so I can't help you with that, but my kids can. So I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll catch you later. Bye.